Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is a relationship read for Sagittarius. I'm Cal. This is Working with Resonance. Welcome, Sagittarius. Thanks so much for joining me. This is a relationship read for you. Now, in this reading, we will look at the overall energy for you, your person, and the connection for the next 4 to 6 weeks. And then we will look at you guys individually and see where the points of connection are for the connection. Now, this is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. For personal readings, specifically tailored to you, all the information is in the description box below. Your person in this particular instance is whoever's on your mind. Basically, could be partner, could be child, could be workmate, could be the next door neighbour, could be anybody. It will make sense to you if it resonates. So let's just jump straight in, Sagittarius. We're going to look at your overall energy for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Very nice. The Two of Cups and the Star. You're in the flow. You are in the flow. Wow, there is excitement coming through here. Could be feeling a bit tingly. You could be having experiences of goosebumps and the hairs on the back of your neck standing up. This is very, very high frequency coming through here, but it is indicating that overall for the next 4 to 6 weeks, you are in the flow, following your dreams, following your passion, following your purpose. Let's have a look at your person overall for the next 4 to 6 weeks. They're trying. They're trying. They are. They could be very trying, right? No, but they actually are trying to follow your lead. Princess of Wands and the Moon, they, however, are experiencing some turbulence and pendulum swing. Their moods could get the better of them at times, and then at other times they'll be in the flow. That's okay. It feels like they're quite at the start of getting in touch with who they are, their essence, their soul, their happiness. But they are trying to follow your lead, ensuring that what they think, say, and do is in alignment. But those old habits, those old acquired beliefs and values that operate in the subconscious, get the better of them at times. Let's have a look overall for the connection, Chariot. This connection is divinely guided indeed. And there is a lot of cooperation coming through here as well. So you guys aren't actually pulling against each other. You are working towards partnership, and partnership is kind of the name of the day for the next 4 to 6 weeks from an overall perspective. Okay, Sagittarius. Just move those ones out of the way. Let's have a look at more closely at your frequencies or your energies, the energies presenting for you. Get it right, Kelly. Over the next 4 to 6 weeks, six of Wands. Congratulations. Congratulations, the Two of Cups. Something that you love. This is external. This is for you, something that's happening for you. Congratulations. There is some kind of achievement in regards to something that you're very passionate about. Most dominantly, it is presenting as this is something outside of this relationship. It's something that you're working on. It's a project. However, Six of Wands and the Two of Cups is also talking about partnership here. Okay, partnership, working together. We've already seen that in the overall energies with the Chariot. You are most definitely you are in the flow. You are in the flow. You are presenting here as very balanced, very, very balanced, very, very creative, Sagittarius. Absolutely. If you are working at getting pregnant or increasing the family in some way, then potentially that is playing out for you here as well. That would be only for a few of you, but for the most part, this is talking about you are feeling very, very at home, both in your environment and within yourself. You know your worth, you know your value. Queen of Pentacles. What's happening for you presented here is bringing something into form, bringing some creative project into form, bringing a child into the world. Very focused as well on being grounded. So there is a lot of earth energy frequencies coming through. The Earth is very active at the moment. Queen of Pentacles again and the Hanged Man. Towards the end of the 4 to 6 weeks, there is potentially feeling the status quo with the Hanged Man. But the Queen of Pentacles frequencies continue for a large percentage of the next 4 to 6 weeks, knowing your worth, knowing your value, seeing that actually come into form. You have everything that you need. You're feeling very looked after and provided for. The Hanged Man brings in a change of perspective, moving just beyond the scope of this reading, but potentially when the Hanged Man presents in this kind of energetic mix, you could be looking at expansion. Okay, post the 4 to 6 week mark. Beautiful, beautiful frequency, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for allowing me to bring these through and experience those. Let's have a look at your person, Sagittarius. What is going on for them? 5 of Cups, Knight of Cups. They are trying. They are trying. 5 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Their ideals, their beliefs and values are being challenged at this time. There is some regret over their past actions, that perhaps they haven't seen things quite as they are. They've been kind of a little bit blinded or distorted through whatever lens that they have from their acquired beliefs and values. Pardon me. It doesn't feel like they're overly beating themselves up. Pardon me. They may have difficulty communicating to you their actual feelings and what they're actually experiencing, but their ideals, their fairy tale template is being challenged. Potentially by whatever this success is that's here for you, this 6 of Wands, potentially whatever it is that you're doing really kind of challenges their norm that sits in their subconscious, okay? But there's this success that you're having and it's kind of opening their eyes. 4 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, they get on board very, very quickly, very, very quickly, which is really good. They're not ruminating, they're not holding on, they're not sitting and engaging in distortion, they're not trying to regenerate more or generate more of those old frequencies. They are releasing and they are getting on board. They are supporting you in each and every way that they can. There's potentially some opportunities coming in for them in regards to their work. It kind of feels like they can cherry pick direction for them in their work, something unexpected. Very much feeling like they're in the flow, and that seems to be associated with or as a result of you really knowing your worth, knowing your value. You're feeling very stable, very, very stable, very grounded, very content, basking in the glow of success. For your person, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Now, I can't remember which reading it was that also had this new emotional beginning activation, this source energy activation, Ace of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. Little bit of a pendulum swing, all right, because they are, if we go back to their overall energies, they're still learning to maintain their balance. They're still their emotions through the frequency changes, because they change all the time, still catches them off guard. So there's a shift here away from the physical stuff into an emotional level, into an emotional frequency. We've already seen here that they might be having difficulty expressing emotions, and now they're having an emotional activation, and they're having to learn how to do things differently, how to interact differently, because their template is being challenged. So that they're having a little bit of a dip emotionally towards the end of the 4 to 6 weeks. All right, that's your person. There doesn't seem to be any friction between the two of you at the moment, but let's have a look at the connection. So these are your connector points. These frequencies will be on both sides, okay, generally. So they're conversation points, or points where you can come together on. Hopefully that makes sense. 4 of Cups. Oh, what does love mean? Wow. This is very strong in your person. For you, you're fairly settled in not having any preconceived ideas. But what does love mean to you, 4 of Cups? Also coming through, talking about priorities as well. What are the main priorities for the connection, for each other, and for the connection itself? Which direction do you want this to go? That's potentially a conversation point. It could be the discussion in regards to your person's old templates, right? The acquired beliefs and values, as they come to the surface and get challenged. The supportive or the cooperative interaction can be discussing around priorities. What does love mean for you? And there's definitely not feeling like there's any judgment coming through here. 8 of Swords, moving through the stuckness. Interesting, moving through the stuckness, but really focusing on the reflection. So there's a lens that something is being perceived through here. I'm sorry if the sentence structure is not correct, but there's a distorted lens. It, again, kind of feels like it's coming from your person, like instigated through your person. It is an opportunity to also for you to self-reflect on what is your emanation. Yes, energetically here you are traveling along really, really well, very much in balance, but there is some conversation here around the way that we see ourselves and the way that our person sees us, and vice versa, how they see themselves and how you see them. So some discussion around the filter, the lens, the perception is through, and then the Prince of Cups. Coming back to the ideal, coming back to the fairy tale. In this case, what is your fairy tale? As a relationship, as a partnership, what is your fairy tale? What is your fairy tale, Sagittarius? Enjoy the frequencies. There is a really strong partnership vibe coming through here, and definitely this connection whatever that means for you, is divinely guided. We've seen that with the Chariot and also your overall energies. Thank you so much for watching, Sagittarius. That is your relationship read for this time around. I do hope it helps in some way. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again soon.